crowd, nothing can knock this. Let's get started.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Apron Bump YouTube channel. Got another tier list for you today. Some may call it a giant tier list, huh? But yes, I do. I thought the last tier list I did, where I ranked championship title belts, was a fun time. So I figure let's get a little loosey-goosey and do this again. So I just went to the same tier website that I went to last time, Tier Maker, I believe, and typed in wrestling to see what, if anything, kind of feathered my asshole, and this one seemed pretty fun. It's kind of silly, but that's what we do here. So I figured I'd give it a go. So let's get into it. Let's rank some big meaty men, shall we? But speaking of big meaty men, well, meaty, I got a podcast. Check it out. Apron Bump Podcast. Cover a lot of retro wrestling, if that's what you fancy. Give it a listen, give it a download, give it a like, give it a smooch. And yeah, let's get to it. All right. What a cast of characters we got here. First of all, just gotta Eli Cottonwood, baby. What the fuck is he on this list? He's got a mustache. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. I mean, I must ask you a question. You know what? That's hard to say. Maybe, you know what? Maybe he should get a, you know what? That was his whole gimmick. Apparently I can't fucking say it. So let's put him on D. All right. I guess we'll just go in order here, huh? Giant Gonzalez. Ugh. Fuck. He's big though. He's not getting enough purely because of how giant he is, and I love that he's just naked with a lot of pubes. Andre the Giant, I mean, he's the epitome. I mean, how would he not be the best? He's the original, the OG, huh? Original Giant. We're having fun. The Yeti. Man. All right, that one gets an F. That's the first F on this one. Just talked about him. We just reviewed Halloween Havoc 1995, and that's where he made his debut. Don't know what he does after that, or if he does anything. Hopefully not. Satnam Singh. I haven't really seen a lot of him. I haven't seen a lot of him. I think on just sheer, like, don't know. You know what? Fuck it. I'll give him a D, because he seems like a pretty athletic big man, as opposed to, like, the Kalis of the world. Giant Silva of the Oddities. I'm waiting for the for the ones that I don't know who they are. But we got Giant Silva here. I liked the Oddities, but Giant Silva kind of sucked. Kurgan. That's Kurgan, right? I thought it was Steve Blackman for a second. He's the same. Oddities again. Great Khali. You know what? This is a hot take, but I think Khali's original run was pretty badass. His matches sucked, but I mean, he's a badass looking motherfucker. He was crushing Rey Mysterio's head like a grape. And then the Punjabi Playboy stuff was pretty fun, so I'll give him a C. I mean, come on, he's better than Eli Cottonwood. Why is Eli Cottonwood on this list? Is this... Oh, it's Big Cass, or William Morrissey, or W. Morrissey, whatever he wants to call himself. I hate... So I don't know if you guys can see this. I hate how he has the Calvin Klein underwear poking out of his jeans. I think that is the most ridiculous shit in the world. Like, what? He's supposed to be this big, intimidating dude, but he's... What is he, a fucking GQ model? For that reason, I give him a... If he didn't have the Calvin Klein underwear, I might give him a B, but he gets a C just for that. Kane. And I'm assuming we're just talking about Kane in general, not just this iteration, because this iteration's like this, but... yeah, Kane's an A. Prime Kane. You know, get more intimidating than fucking like 2001 Kane or like 2000 Kane. Just fucking boulder shoulders on that man's. Very scary. Very, very scary fella back in the day. Matt Morgan. The blueprint. I kind of liked Matt Morgan. He had a pretty cool finisher. The Elevator. I'll throw a. It's either B or C. I feel like a C is. Because he was definitely more athletic than like a Great Khali, but he didn't really have that star power in my opinion. He couldn't really translate it on the mic. Not that Khali could or anything, but like, I don't know. He never really seemed intimidating to me. Okay, so we got 3 Big Shows here. Oh, we got the Giant, we got the Big Show, and we got Paul White. Is Captain Insano on this list somewhere? The Giant. Green, new to wrestling, but beats Hulk Hogan, or didn't beat him, but he takes his championship. Again, Halloween Havoc. Him and the Yeti, shout out. Man. See? He's not terrible. He's young, he's limber, he's agile. But he always like, Hulk Hogan, I'm going to tame, you know, Dungeon of Doom. You know how they were. I'm gonna throw him a C. Big Show. So we're talking about like, I don't know. I'll give him a B because, especially later in his career, Big Show had a couple sleeper bangers, like his matches with Mark Henry. In like 2012 or something, were great. He had a lot of good matches with Sheamus. Some of his last WWE matches with Braun Strowman were really good. Yeah, just really had a longevity to him. Not everything was great, but I think he deserves a B. Paul White, I'm fucking throw him an F just because. Why do we have Paul White on this list? Yeah, he's a fucking A because he beat QT Marshall, and that's ate my ass. You know what? He's a good commentator, though. I've never listened to him commentate. I don't know why I just said that. But I listened to him talk. He's like always a pretty eloquent guy. But I actually haven't really listened. Was he on Elevation? Yeah, who watches that? It's Nathan Jones. He's an F. Fuck him. Actually, you know what? D. I kind of liked his look. You know what? No, he gets an F because he has a tiny head. Is this... Who is this? Is this Haystacks Calhoun? It looks like John Tenta. It looks like Earthquake, but I don't think it is. It's Haystacks Calhoun. Let's say that. I've never seen him wrestle, but he was very big, so I'll give him a D. Do you like that rationale? All right, who we got here? Is this Mean Mark Callis? It's the Undertaker before the Undertaker. Again, I haven't really seen it. I haven't seen a full Mean Mark Callis match, but we know what he would end up to be, so I can only assume it was okay. The Undertaker. Fucking sucks. Yeah, come on. He's the best. Best character of all time. Diesel. Running on diesel power. His title reign was fucking ass cheeks, but himself wasn't terrible. For that reason, I'll give him a C. Because he didn't have, was he gonna go out there and have a great match with Mabel? No. But his matches with Shawn, and he had really good matches with Brett as well. But yeah, I mean, other than that, he didn't really have, other than his matches with Brett, he didn't really have a lot to him. So, Kevin Nash, is this? So with this, are we factoring in like WCW as well? For that, I mean, B. You know, he's not going to go in there and have a 5-star match, but he is one of the biggest characters in WCW history. Sparked the NWO, so I think a B is fair. B is fair. Big John Studd. That's who this is, right? Isn't he the first winner of the Royal Rumble or something? I'm not very keen on Big John Studd, at least on the knowledge of him. So for that reason, he gets a D. Who the fuck is this? Is this that's not Giant Baba, is it? It's gonna rattle off any big Japanese person I can think of. You know what? Let's pretend he's Giant Baba. D. I'm gonna give him a D because I don't actually know who he is. Yeah, speaking of King Mabel, here he is. I thought Men on a Mission was a pretty entertaining tag team. Him and Mo. They had the whole theme song and the dancing deal. And King Mabel, I thought was I actually kind of liked King Mabel. I'm gonna throw Mabel a C. King of the Ring, man. King of the Ring, 1995. Respect the king. All hail the king. Viscera. All right. So this encompasses Viscera and the world's largest love machine, right? I would assume so. Ministry, all that stuff. Again, I think, dude, man. Nathan, what's his name? Not Nathan Frazier. Something Frazier, I think, right? I always thought he had such a badass look. I mean, the face, the hair, obviously the size. Had terrible matches, but I feel like Mabel and Viscera were on the same kind of level. Big Daddy V was a level below it, I would say, though. We don't need those big chocolate titties just out and about. You know what I'm saying? Why were they so oiled up, by the way? But anyways, you had Matt Stryker managing them, calling them, "Come on, Daddy, you can do it." That was a whole weird thing. Is this one man gang? It's really tested me on my knowledge here. I think this is one man gang, right? Never really seen him wrestle, to be honest, but I'll give him a D. Akeem, the African Dream. Is that right? Again, this is a little bit before my time, but I'm gonna give him a D. I don't want to give a guy an F when I haven't seen him, but I don't really stumble a lot of people who are like, man, you gotta catch out that Akeem, the African Dream match. So, Baron Corbin. Is he a giant? I guess he is. So we got a lot of Baron Corbins on here. So this is the Lone Wolf. I'm gonna throw him a. Man, I thought him in NXT was so good, and then it just kind of petered out. I feel like a B is a bit too generous. I want to give him a B minus. You know what? Yeah, I'll leave him at B. I'll be nice to him. What is this? The Constable, Baron Corbin, right? D. No, just kidding. I'll give him a C. Not as engaging as the original Baron Corbin, but he's still, he's the same guy, obviously, and the matches were about the same quality, but the character was kind of lame. King Corbin. He just keeps getting worse. I just hated the fact that he did not commit to the king gimmick. Like, he just had a crown and a cape, but he would just be Baron Corbin. He's like, yeah, by the way, I'm a king. Yeah, you're all my jesters, or whatever the fuck he would say. Bum-ass Baron Corbin. That gets a B from me. Did he have any matches as bum-ass Corbin? I'm sure he did, but they weren't like significant ones, right? But his character was so entertaining. You know, I think for that reason, because he didn't really have matches, as far as I remember. But his character was at his best here, so I'll give him a C. Happy Corbin. I'll put this on the same level as, because it's better than King Corbin for sure. I don't know if it's good. It's just so stupid, man. Although it's very unique, and I do like his style, but the character itself is kind of just gotten generic. Like, him and this Corbin here are pretty much the same personality. Braun Strowman. I'm gonna give him a B because his original run was fun as hell. His matches with Roman were great, but then he just became Big Show 2.0, which is, you know, why he's on the same tier as him. Heel face. He was kind of just the novelty act kind of guy. His promos were terrible. He always had those kind of promos. Fucking bugged the shit out of me. He just kind of became too humanized, I think, at the end there, but his original run was good, so I'll give him a B. Dominik Dijakovic. Dijak. It's not T-Bar yet. Man, I mean, if we're going off the booking at WWE, it'd be a whole different thing. But as far as talent goes, like, dude, why is Dominik Dijakovic not a world champion? Like, what else do you need? He's tall, and she's big as shit. He can talk on the mic. He can go in the ring. He's handsome. Like, what else do you fucking need, man? Give him an A. God. Give T-Bar an A too. I mean, I guess, right? They're kind of one and the same. Mace. Not Mace. Is Mace on this list? No, it's not. God, he's just a kind of a generic big man, honestly. Throw him a D. Retribution? I mean, come on. Is this Bruiser Brody? I could be wrong. Somebody's yelling at me right now. It looks like, what's his face from NXT UK? Saxton Huxley. I guess that's the idea, right? I think it's Bruiser Brody, right? Am I wrong on that? Probably. I'll throw him a, I haven't seen a lot of his matches, but I know he's a very iconic character. I'll give him a B. I can't put him on the same level as bum ass Baron Corbin. Eric Rowan. He's bald, has beard, but the spider was stupid. You know, when he carried around that cage for months and months, and there was all this build up, and it was just this big ass fake spider, and then he got released. Yes, his deal with Daniel Bryan was great though. Obviously the Wyatt family, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, that was all really good. I'll give him a C. As a singles, he never really did it for me, but he did a lot of great stuff as a tag team. Hulk Hogan, he's American made. That's what I think about that. Hulk Hogan, I mean, look, people don't like Hulk Hogan anymore, I feel like, but he's an icon. He's just so bad in the ring, dude. I want to give him an A, but man, he just doesn't age well. I'm gonna give him, you know what, that's it, because it doesn't age well as Taker or Andre, so I'm gonna give him an A. It's weird to see him and T-Bar on the same tier, but it is what it is. Earthquake, right? I always get him and Typhoon mixed up. John Tenta, Shark, whatever you want to call him. What was he in the oddities? Golga. We got Golga here. So we got the other oddities in tier D. Now the question is he better? I think he's a little bit better than them, because Earthquake was a dope character, the natural disasters, all that stuff. Kamala stinks. I never got Kamala, man. What the fuck is this? Coming out here in bare feet and a moon on his stomach. Stupid. Apparently it was the shit in the 80s or whatever, or the 70s, whenever he wrestled. But yeah, it's just really got stupid there at the end for him of his wrestling career. Heidenreich. Let me read you a poem. Heidenreich sucks, man. He'd give him a D. Had some stinkers with the... Man, this guy was given the world with a whole feud with The Undertaker right out the gate. Managed by Paul Heyman. Fucking fumbled that ball. Just gets thrown in as a road warrior at some point. That was very stupid. Is this Sid? Sid Justice. Psycho Sid. Sid. I mean, for his promos alone, he's got to be somewhere up here, right? I'm gonna give. I like, dude. Sid is such. You know, actually, I'm gonna give him a C because his presentation I always thought was awesome. Like I said, his promos are entertaining as hell. Just because there's such like a black hole of nothingness that it's just sounds coming out of his mouth. But in the ring, man, he was just god awful. But I think those negate each other a little bit, so I'll give him an average. Omos. Is it Omos? Omos? I feel like everybody says it differently. I think he has potential to be a little bit of something, but as of right now, he's a D. I think he can progress to be a little higher, but as of right now, from what I've seen, I don't have faith that he has a lot of longevity. But I think he could be if everything falls into place for him. But we shall see. The hell is this? It looks like one of the authors of Pain guys, but I don't think that's who it is. Can I zoom in here? Here we go. Oh, it's fucking Tyrus. Or, what's his dick? Brodus Clay. He fucking stinks, man. Why is he still wrestling? Holy shit. It hurts me to watch him just walk around. Hang it up, Tyrus. Hang it up. But Brodus Clay was pretty entertaining, so I'll give him a D. Why is this the picture they use for Abyss? This is when he didn't have a mask, but he had the face paint. Was it Decay? Is that the faction? But we're just talking Abyss in general. He was great, man. Give him a B. Early Abyss, mid 2000s Abyss. He was the shit. He was the shit. Really good match. Like AJ Styles had a bunch of great matches with him, and his brawls with like Rhino and Monty Brown had some entertaining stuff there. So what the hell is this? This guy looks familiar. Oh, that's is that Akibono? Is that that's Akibono, right? The guy that Big Show faced at WrestleMania in a sumo match, and I think he became a wrestler at some point, like a legit wrestler. I think that's Akibono. What the fucking? I'm gonna give him enough. Festus. This is funny. Actually, I really enjoyed the gimmick. I thought it was very entertaining, but not that entertaining. So I give him a D. Doc Gallows, also a D. Just hilariously mediocre. Razor Ramon. A bad guy. Love Razor Ramon, man. One of the best character of the new generation era, in my opinion. Scott Hall. Now I feel like this takes into account like NWO, right? WCW type stuff. Gotta put him on the same level as his boy. Kevin Nash. Give him a B. Jack Swagger. Why the hell is this guy on this list? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give Jake Hager an F. I'm gonna give Jack Swagger a D. Jack Swagger had some entertaining moments, like in ECW when he first got there, and his world title run I thought it had potential, and there was some good stuff there. Even like the Real American stuff was all right. But man, Jake Hager is just a fucking wet fart of a human being, isn't he? It's like every opportunity he gets, whether it's in the ring or on the mic, he just fumbles it. Hillbilly Jim. I don't know, man. I don't know a lot about the Hillbilly Jim other than that he's a hillbilly and that he's a Jim. So give him a D. Mr. Brody Lee. Hell yeah, brother. Super talented dude. Wyatt family. Man, he should have. That WrestleMania where it was like Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. They had Elimination Chamber or Fastlane, whatever. It was the pay-per-view before WrestleMania, and it was a #1 contenders match. It was Randy Orton versus Luke Harper. I thought Luke Harper should have won that match and gone on to face Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. That would have been dope, but obviously he did a lot of good stuff in AEW. Just a talented dude, man. Gotta give him an A. Luchasaurus. I hated him in Big Brother. He was a fucking dildo of a human being. He was just such a soy boy on Big Brother. Luchasaurus, I like the character. I like the presentation. I like the look. I like the aesthetic. He's one of those guys that I feel like just doesn't hit in the ring though, man. It feels like there's some guys that are big and just menacing, like Sid. Sid's another one of these guys. But when they just get in the ring, all their strikes feel like pillows, like very weak looking offense, slow. That's what Luchasaurus is, man. He's like an athletic dude, but everything's just so like, he doesn't feel like a monster, and I feel like he has the ability to, and he just isn't doing it. I'll give him a C, whatever. Damian Priest, that right? That's Damian Priest. Yeah, I'm gonna give him an A. Him, Dijak, Luke Harper, they're on the same level as like big guys that can go. And Damian Priest is really good on the mic as well. Judgment Day and all that. Shanky. Shanky. All right. This is Babatunde. Is that who this is? Let's pretend it is. Give him an F as well. All right. That was fun. There's a lot. I'm surprised how many of them I knew. I thought I was gonna like not know half of them, but there's only a few that I was a bit confused on. But good stuff. Good stuff. Lots of great big men in wrestling. Lots of great big men. I can't think of any that were omitted. Why the fuck is Eli Cottonwood on this list?